Man, I do not know what's been up with me the past couple days, but I have been barely able to keep my eyes open. I don't know, like that. Everyone else in the house is sick. I'm not like sick per se, but I just can't stay awake for some reason. But I got a lot of sleep yesterday, so hopefully I'm good. Hi guys, welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Bang. I know. I am trying my best as always. We are back with a flash request post winner, our first one of the month. This is from our subscriber Shane. We're going back to Joy Division, which we have not. Yeah, that's the meme of the channel. We haven't listened to this band and blah blah blah. We haven't. We really haven't listened to Joy Division in probably half a year, and that's a shame. So this is the track that he picked. Apparently, it's a pretty popular one. It's called New Dawn Fades. There was like a reimagined music video for it, but I try not to do the music videos unless I have to because they get blocked way more than just the audio tracks do. So let's go. I think my favorite Joy Division song is Transmission still, out of the ones that we did, which were all fantastic to be honest. They rock really hard. But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out our Patreon and PayPal if you want to get a video just like this, guaranteed. You know what to do. Alright, here we go. New Dawn Fades by Joy Division. 3, 2, 1, go. That is sick. That bass is nuts.
With no regrets, a chance to watch, admire the distance, still occupied, though you forget. Different colors, different shades, overreach, mistakes were made. I took the blame. Directionless, so plain to see. A loaded gun won't set you free.
Oh, well.
So you say,
Gotta suffer. God damn that bass, bro. Come on. This seems a little different than their usual fare.
we'll share a drink and step outside. An angry voice and one who cried. We'll give you everything and more. The space too much, can't take much more.
great ending. I gotta find out what album that's from. That I got a lot of thoughts about that song. I'm not gonna lie. Um, sorry, I had to find the song. Album. So it's from their Unknown Pleasures, the debut studio album, released June 15th, 1979. Man, there was... I don't know. It was more than just melancholy to that song. There was a real sense of dread and almost depression. It seemed like, or like self-realization in a way. Like if you're going by the lyrics and such, kind of realizing that all the problems in the world that you have, a lot of them come back to you. You know, you could always play the blame game and try to push it off on other reasons, but when it comes down to it, push comes to shove, it usually is the person staring back at you in the mirror that's causing a lot of your problems. It's also causing a lot of your successes as well, you know? There's always exterior forces at work, you know, but most decisions start and stop with you, you know? I learned that at a very young age. It's your actions and not just your words, you know, because you can say anything. I used to say all kinds of shit to get whatever the fuck I wanted. If I needed dope money, if whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would say anything. Like, I would basically walk over my mom's basically her corpse to her purse if I wanted to. Like, that's how bad I was off. I was deep in the hole, man. And this song, it kind of reminds me of that hopelessness you feel in addiction. But there's those little short spurts of happiness when you get the drugs and everything's okay for, 15 minutes. But then the crushing weight of reality slowly but surely climbs back. And that's kind of what I got from that song. Like, there was obviously that sick bass line. The guitar was great throughout. The vocals are very intriguing, you know. This felt like a very different song than the other Joy Division stuff I've heard, you know. And I've mostly only seen them do like I guess like live sort of promo clip videos. You know, I don't think I actually just listened to a track without the visuals. They create such a interesting atmosphere with their songs. Because in reality, this song is pretty stripped back in a way. Obviously, there was a lot of guitar filling in some of the space. The bass was very, very pronounced. Drums are good. The vocals were very... I don't even know what the word would be. Like, I guess the melancholy term, or you would kind of fit that. He's got a great voice, and it fits the very droll or droning nature of the song very well. You know, I think that's kind of what they're going for, though. It almost felt like the ending or like a closing of a chapter, you know. But this is from their first album, so more than likely it's it's the start of something, you know. But I really enjoyed that. I kind of got sucked up into it by the end there. I was like really, really into it. So let's see who we got. Ian Curtis on vocals, Bernard Sumner on guitar and keyboards, Peter Hook on bass, and Stephen Morris on drums. And then Martin Hannett, producer, sound effects, and synthesizers. That was the last track on side one, so it kind of does fit into that sort of ending theme that I felt there. It kind of did feel like the end of something important, you know? But at the same time, it did feel like a self-realization at the same time, you know? It's like, wow, I'm the cause of all my fucking problems. And that happens for some people, and sometimes not for others. There's some people that go their entire lives blaming everybody else for their problems, and they never actually take a look back at themselves and be like, huh, I kind of fucked that up, didn't I? Or, oh, I could have handled that better. I should have said something different, you know? And as somebody who's had many brushes with death, my own and others, like throughout my life, you know, you gotta make every second count, because any second could be the last, and then you'd spend your whole afterlife regretting everything that you didn't do, you know. But I feel like in the world that we live in today, it's easier and also so extremely hard to go and do what you want to do with your life, especially for young people. They don't have as many opportunities as the generations beforehand, and slowly but surely, even the generations before us, their opportunities are getting taken away too. You know, and it's mostly due to technology and corrupt people who are very greedy. You know, it's kind of sad to say that the kind of hopeless nature of this song kind of fits the times we live in. You know, and I'm not talking about any sort of certain political climate or anything like that. I'm just meant in general, like all I hear is, you know, AI and AI and AI, and hopefully it's just like the tech bubble from, like, you know, the .com whatever sort of bubble from the 90s that exploded, you know. But we've invested, I think just the United States alone has invested like $31 trillion in AI. They're betting on it real hard for it to be the future. And that's just kind of scary, man. And I'm not some like Luddite that's like against technology in the slightest, but I don't know. I don't like where this is going. You guys know my stance on it. I'll never use AI for anything. I never have. I never will. There's just something not right about it. And it's also been around for a lot longer than they let on, I think. You know, right before COVID and into COVID, that's when they let the non-military one out. But the military artificial intelligence they've had for a while, going back to the Obama years, I think. And it's scary, you know, if our future is so dystopian and so just like techno infused, like feudalism. I'm not really there for it, and I'm not gonna sit here bitching about it either. I don't know why the fuck I'm talking about this. But you know, this song just reminds me of hopelessness, and that's kind of the hopelessness I feel. It's not just for myself, but for my kids. It's like, what kind of life are they gonna live? Like, what's gonna happen? You know, I mean, every parent feels that way, but like, seriously, what are they gonna grow up in? Like, what when they're my age? You know, hopefully if they make it that far. Like, I can't imagine what the world's gonna be like next year. Imagine 30 years from now, 20 years from now. It can make your head spin. Hopefully there's an EMP that goes off and knocks all the internet out, and everyone has to go back to being normal. You know, I know the internet's done a lot of great things for myself included, obviously, but I can just see the rot that it causes in people, you know? And it's not even a political thing, just anybody that uses technology, their smartphones and all the stuff, like, it really is like Devo. You're de-evolving in a way, and it's taking us back to these more tribal, basic instincts where, you know, oh, you look like me, or oh, you agree with me, so you're on my side no matter what, and there's no room for nuance. There's no room for people to actually understand or want to know the truth about anything. They just want to be confirmed in what they already believe. They don't want to actually know anything. And it's sad, you know? It's really sad. But hopefully that we'll find some hope. You know what I mean? Because that's the one thing that can keep our race alive is hope. But when you've got weapons and viruses and just everything you could ever imagine just designed to kill humans, I can't help but feel there's something else that's been involved. Because, like, why would humans want to do that to each other? You know, obviously we've been a warring species our entire existence, but some of the stuff that I read about and hear about that they're developing, it's like the Jurassic Park thing. It's like, okay, yeah, you didn't stop to think if you should, but it's something about, oh, I screwed that one up real bad, but you were so preoccupied in if you could, not if you should, or something like that. And I feel like that's what we're doing, you know? I mean, we've already built in the proverbial Tower of Babel. You know, everyone speaks the same language in a way now. So now we're growing closer and closer to Sky Daddy, basically. And they're trying to make a techno Sky Daddy. And that's not going to end well for anybody, to be honest. Let's be honest. But yeah, sorry to go on that rant. That song just really inspired it. I would say that honestly the bass line of that song was the best, like, technical part of it, but the overall feeling it leaves you of just like self-reflection and wondering where you are in your life and what else you should do, I feel like that's key. I think that's the most crucial part of the song in my opinion. And man, thank you, Shane. That was a really good one. I'll have to listen to more Joy Division, man, because I've listened to Transmission a bunch. But now after hearing this kind of shows they have a whole different side I didn't really know they had. Even though it's not like too far removed from the other stuff, but this had a little more nuance in it, if I dare I say it, you know. And I'm a sucker for nuance, especially in these days of black and white, man. Gray is the most sought after color in my palette nowadays because, I don't know, the duality of our world is quite alarming, I'm not gonna lie. And hopefully we can all just get the fuck along. You know what, as I always say, just get the fuck along with each other and try to deal with it, man. If you don't like something, you don't like someone, just don't be around them. Just don't engage. Just move on and do what you like. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You could wake up the next day and there won't be any more Lee Reacts videos ever again because the cord was cut. And that would be the day I was so happy. Or I would be so happy because hopefully people would return to their return to the earth, you know, because we've replaced her with all this silver and black trash. Sorry, computer, I didn't mean it. Sorry, I went on a real long rant with that one. I had a lot of stuff in my mind the past few days, so there it goes. Thanks for watching. If you got any other tracks by Joy Division you think I'd like, leave it down below. I am game for more, especially if they make me think like this. And if you've watched this far, which I doubt many of you have, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought about what I said and what you thought about the song. See you later.